I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Peace and safety to the hopefully lack all the Akim, scattered across the four corners, pushing his word in sincerity and in truth. This is another edition from Drop the Mic. I'm going to deal with Revelation 18, going into Babylon. And I'm going to show you, through this video that Babylon is not dealing with a particular place, all right, or a particular set of Edomites. It's dealing with the whole nation of Edom, all right. And without further ado, I'm going to jump right into it. It says, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon, the great is fallen, is fallen. Now we know this word Babylon goes back to the word confusion. All right. And through the many lessons that we did on this particular subject, basically, all right, this is dealing with the so-called white man, all right, the nation of Edom, all right, falling out of their power seat, man. Okay, this is what it's dealing with. It's symbolic. All right, this word Babylon in Revelation chapter 18 is symbolic of the nation of Edom, the children of Edom, the so-called white race. All right, and when it speaks of them falling, it's dealing with them falling out of their power seat, man. Okay, and reading on, it says, and is become the habitation of devils and the whole of every foul spirit. Now I want to get a precept, Revelation 16 and verse 13, and it says, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. All right, dealing with the Edomites, man, and out of the mouth of the beast, dealing with the system that these Edomites has set up. All right, through their power structure, through their rulership, all right, upon this earth that's ordained by the Lord himself. Reading on, and out of the mouth of the false prophet, all right, that's dealing with what? Esau, all right, and his Catholic Church, his religions, okay, his theologians, all right, his popes, so basically this dragon, the beast, and the false prophet is all dealing with Esau, man. All right, it's one common denominator in all three of these, this dragon, this beast, and this false prophet, that they're Edomites. Okay, so reading on, it says, for they are the spirits of devils. All right, Babylon. All right, that's who's bringing the confusion upon the earth. All right, the so-called white man, woman, and child. All right, it tells you in Psalms, I believe 58. All right, as soon as they come out of the womb, they come out of the womb speaking lies. All right, so it says working miracles. All right, and one of those miracles is having you to believe that you live on a globe. All right, that you believe that you live on a globe. That's just one of those miracles, which goeth forth unto the kings of the earth and the whole world to gather them to battle of the great day of the power Almighty. Okay, so those evil spirits, man. All right, those foul spirits that spoke of in Revelation 18. All right, when it says, and it's become the habitation of devils and the whole of every foul spirit. We know a habitation is a place where you dwell, and that's where those devils, all right, those evil and foul spirits dwell, man. All right, are going to dwell, because as you know right now, those foul spirits dwell within the nation of Israel, man. All right, within the nation of Israel, amongst you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you can find every foul spirit, man. All right, you can find every foul spirit. But when Babylon fall, when the so-called white race fall, all right, just like when we fell, all right, and we're suffering the curses, all right, and that's why these foul spirits dwell within our nation. All right, when the Edomites fall, these foul spirits going to dwell within their nation. All right, like I say, this word Babylon is synonymous, all right, or rather symbolic of the nation of Edom. All right, and we proved that through many lessons, man. All right, it says, "In a cage of every unclean and hateful bird, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." And we know that wine is dealing with the philosophies, all right, that come forth from the so-called white race, man, the Edomites, all right? And that's why they're referred to as Babylon, all right, because they have confused the nations, have deceived the nations, all right? And the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants, which will be the businessmen of the earth, have waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, all right? So let's look up this word delicacies. And as you can see, it says luxury. So I asked the question, is the so-called white man only living in luxury in America? Or all over the earth, man? All right? The merchants of the earth, these heathen businessmen, these East Indians, all right? These Arabs, Moab, all right? Ham, all right? They get rich, man, off the abundance of the so-called white race living in luxury, man. They consume everything, man. Okay? So read on, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." Now we all agree that this is referring to us, to the elect being delivered. Okay? So if this chapter is referring to America, or if this chapter is referring to the Vatican, that means that these people being delivered, the Lord's people, the Lord's elect being delivered, is only being delivered out of America, all right, or the Vatican, all right. So it says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people." All right, you can read about that in Thessalonians, when the Lord says he gonna return with the voice of the archangel, and the dead in Yahweh shall rise first. All right, and that's not just referring to America, man, or it's not just referring to the Vatican City, man. All right, like I say, this is symbolic of the nation of Edom, man. All right, and if this chapter is referring to America, that means the Lord is only the Lord's people is only going to be delivered out of America. All right. When we know that the scriptures don't support that, the scriptures says that the elect is going to be delivered from the four corners of the earth. So it says that ye be not partakers of her sins. Now only people can sin, man. All right. Only people can sin. A place can't sin. All right. So this is referring to the Americans, all right? This is referring to the Edomites in the Vatican City, all right? Not the Vatican City itself. This is not referring to America itself, all right? It says, why? Because only people can sin, and that ye receive not of her plagues. Of the plagues of the so-called white race, man. All right. Why? Because they're going to fall. All right. They're going to go into captivity. All right. They're going to suffer the same punishment, but only double. Okay. They're going to receive double of what we received. Okay. Referring to the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Verse 5, for her sins, all right, for the nation of Edom, for the children of Edom's sins have reached up to heaven, because only people can sin, man. All right. So you have guys teaching that this is referring to America. All right. America did not sin. The people, the Americans, all right, the Australians, All right, if that's the right proper way to say it. The Europeans, all right, not Europe, all right. So it says, and the power have remembered her iniquities, and only people can commit iniquities. Like I say, this word Babylon is symbolic for the nation of Edom, all right. And to prove that, verse 6 says, reward her. Reward who? The children of Edom, even as she rewarded you. Because the nation of Edom, all right, they put the Israelites in slavery. They murdered and raped and robbed, our nation, man. All right. So that's why the Lord say, reward her even as she rewarded you. All right. And that's going to be the so-called white man, woman, and child punishment. Not just the Edomites in America. All right. Not just the Edomites in Rome. All right. This is referring to the whole nation of Edom. All right. And let's prove that. Let's get a precept. All right. Psalms 137 and verse 7. It says, remember, O Lord, the children, referring to the whole nation of Edom. All right. Not just the Edomites in America. All right. Not just the Edomites in one particular place. All right. Because remember, the earth is given into their hands. All right. So it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof, O daughter of Babylon. Okay. The children of Edom. All right, old daughter of Babylon. So this is the her, and that's being referred to in Revelation 18. The children of Edom, not just one particular group of Edomites. All right, this is referring to the whole nation. All right, just like when Israel fell, the whole nation fell. Okay, so it says, old daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee. Who is the thee? The children of Edom. All right, not just the Edomites in America, man. All right, this is referring to the whole nation. This is symbolic for the whole nation of Edom. All right, because when we was in slavery, when you look at the old pictures of us, of Jake being hung and burnt. All right, it was children, it was women out there posing in front of Jake dead bodies, man. All right. So this is not just referring to the Edomites in America, man. Jake have suffered atrocities from Esau all over this earth, man. All right, what you think what happened during the transatlantic slave trade? What you think happened in Europe? Okay. What you think happened in Central America? Okay, so this is just not referring to one particular place. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Okay, who is the us? Israel. All right, so now let's read Revelation 18 and verse 6 with understanding. It says, reward her. All right, referring to who? The daughter of Babylon, the children of Edom, even as she rewarded you. And double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. All right. So this is referring to the whole nation of Edom. All right. That's who's going to fall. All right. That's who's living in luxury, all right, all over this earth, not just in America, not just in one particular place. Verse 7, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously and lived in luxury, so much torment and sorrow give her. All right, so this is only a person, okay, only people can be tormented. Only people have sorrow. Not a place, man. All right. So this is symbolic for people and not a place. All right. Only people can live in luxury. All right. Deliciously. Only people can be tormented. And only people can have sorrow, man. All right. Not a place. Give her, for she saith in her heart. All right. In her heart, which this word heart go back to what? Your spirit. All right. Your spirit. This is not referring to a place. This is referring to a people. The whole nation of Edom. I sit a queen, and I am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Verse 8, therefore shall her plagues come in one day. Death. Only people can die. All right? Only people can die. So the her is referring to the children of Edom, old daughter of Babylon. That's the her. All right? It says, and mourning, only people mourn. All right? And famine, only people starve. All right? And she shall be utterly burnt with fire. All right? And this fire is symbolic of the wrath of the Lord, man. All right? Of course, these Edomites going to suffer the plagues of the Lord. He says he's going to plead with them with fire. All right? And brimstone. Okay? With all flesh. Okay? With all flesh. But this fire can be famine. Okay? It can be death. It can be mourning. All right? She shall be utterly burnt with fire. Not the whole nation of Edom going to be on fire. All right? This is what these guys tried to allude to down there in Dallas. This GMS Dallas. Yashawamba. Okay? This is not what this is referring to, man. The fire is referring to the wrath of the Lord, man. Of course, these Edomites are going to get burnt with the fire that the Lord is going to bring, man. Through these volcanoes, all right. Through all these natural disasters, all right. Hailstones, the Lord referred to bringing, all right. The brimstone, all right. Which we went into the brimstone, dealing with the volcanoes. All right, what you think the Lord created volcanoes for? For tourist attraction? No, man. That's part of his plagues, man, that he's going to bring upon this earth. Tempest, whirlwinds, all right? Thunder and lightning. All right? You guys scoff at that. But this is how the Lord say this place is going to be taken down. All right? Salakia, this is how the Lord say this current rulership is going to be taken down. Salakia, because this is not referring to a particular place, man. All right? It's not referring to a place at all. All right? It's symbolic for the nation of Edom. All right? She shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord power who judgeth her. Okay? Who judgeth her? Who's being judged here? The nation of Edom. All right? The nation of Edom. This is the whole basis of the whole scriptures, man. All right? That the Lord is going to come back to judge, all right, the wicked. All right? Through death. All right? And only people can die, man. Mourning and famine. Only people starve. All right? Verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and live deliciously, all right? Because they're living in luxury too, all right? Off the consumption of the so-called white race, man. All right? They have the best of everything, man. Okay? They consume everything, man, on this earth, man. All right? And they're living in luxury. These other kings of these other nations, all right? They're living in luxury of the consumption of Esau, man. All right? The nation of Edom. With her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. All right, and this is not literal smoke, all right, of America rising up in the air and the heathen seeing it and they welling in and lamenting. This is not what this is referring to. All right, the smoke is like I say, the fire is referring to the wrath of the Lord, and that smoke, all right, meaning that continuing smoke that's going to rise up. All right. And why there's going to be these kings of the earth going to be lamenting? Because they're not going to be able to get rich off the so-called white man, the children of Edom, off of Babylon anymore. All right. Why? Because they're going in slavery. And this is what this smoke symbolizes, man. All right. The smoke symbolizes the hell, all right, that the Edomites as a nation is going to suffer. All right. It's not going to end with the fire. All right. Reading on. Standing afar off. And like I said, we have done many lessons, all right, and gave many precepts, okay, and on this subject. Like I say, this is just a commentary, all right, just a commentary of Revelation 18, all right. So it says, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, and only people can be tormented, man, all right, not a place. All right, saying at last, that great city, all right, that great nation, all right, because the so-called white man, the Edomites are a great nation, man. All right, they are a great nation, and this is what this is referring to, not America, all right, a place, all right, that great city, Babylon, that great nation, all right, of confusion. The mighty city, and they are a mighty nation, man. All right, they got the strongest military on earth. They was blessed with the sword, and not just America, man. All right, you got Putin over there in Russia. All right, he's an Edomite. All right, those are Edomites. They blessed with the sword as well. All right, they mighty as well. For in 1 hour is thy judgment come, and only people can be judged. All right. A place can't be judged. All right. Only people can be judged. All right. And that's the whole basis of the scriptures, man. All right. The judgment, the Lord returning to bring judgment upon the wicked, which is the children of Edom. That's referred to in Revelation as Babylon, man. Okay. Which means confusion. Verse 11. And the merchants of the earth shall weep, referring to the businessmen. All right, and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. Who buy merchandise? People, not a place. America isn't the only place that buy merchandise from the merchants, meaning the businessmen of the earth. Edomites all over this earth, man. Okay? Reading on. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and the pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thy wood and all manner of vessels, ivory and all manner of vessel of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble. Why? Because the so-called white man consumes everything, man. All right? They consume everything, man. All right? And these other nations, these businessmen, all right, like I said earlier, such as Moab, Ham, you know, these merchants all cross the earth, man. These other heathens, man. All right, they get rich, man. They wax rich from the consumption of the children of Edom, man. All right, and not just the so-called white man; it's the woman and child. All right, reading on, and cinnamon and odors, and ornaments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men, because they consume every natural resource, man. All right, the so-called white man. All right, woman and child. Okay, and these other nations have gotten rich. All right, off the abundance of their delicacies, man. All right, of the so-called white man living in luxury. All right, verse 14. And the fruits of thy soul lusted after and departed from thee, and all things which are dainty and goodly are departed from thee. All right, that's that fall. That's Babylon falling. All right, that's a part of being falling out of rulership, man. All these things going to be taken away. You're going into captivity. You're going to be spoiled, all right, and taken into captivity, man. and cursed. All right, with what? With every foul spirit, man. That's where those foul spirits going to dwell. All right, because the Lord is going to write the law, statutes, and within His people, within the nation of Israel. So there's not going to be any need, or those foul spirits not going to dwell within the nation of Israel anymore. Like I say, this is symbolic, all right, for the nation of Edom, for the children of Edom, old daughter of Babylon, all right, which means confusion, all right. So it says, from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. Why? Because they're going into slavery. All right. So this is referring to Babylon is fallen. All right. Verse 15, and the merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. All right. So this is just the businessmen of the earth not being able to get rich anymore off the abundance of the so-called white man luxuries, man. Okay. This is why they're going to be weeping and wailing. All right. Because they're going to come up under the rulership of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right, and His elect that's going to physically rule them, all right, on earth, man, all right. So, reading on, and saying, at last, that great city, all right, that great people, all right, the children of Edom, all right, that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. All right, and that's symbolic of Babylon is falling. All right, let's get a precept. Book of Isaiah, chapter 14. And verse 4, and it says, and thou shalt, let's go down, let's get verse 4. It says that thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon. All right, the king of Babylon. All right, which is referring to the nation of Edom, the children of Edom, and say, how have the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, all right? Because they're known as, nations are known as cities, all right? When you deal with Ezekiel chapter 9 and verse 4, where it says, go through the midst of the city, all right? That's referring to the nation of Israel. All right. So this word city is symbolic for a nation. Okay. And it says the Lord have broken the staff of the wicked. All right. That's symbolic of Babylon is fallen. Is falling. And the scepter. All right. The rulership of the rulers. Okay. Let's jump down. And it says, verse 12. How art thou falling from heaven, O Lucifer? All right. That's symbolic of Babylon. That the great is falling, man. All right. Falling where? Out of rulership. The son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground? All right. Because they're going into slavery. They're going to be spoiled. They're going to be judged. All right. And the penalty is going to be them being spoiled. All right, and taken into slavery forever. All right, forever. Not for 1,000 years. All right, and then thrown in a barn fire. That's a private interpretation, man, of the scriptures. All right, and our elders at Great Millstone taught us that the so-called white man, once he served 1,000 years of captivity, he's going to be done away with. All right, but in the same breath, they would teach you that spirits can't be destroyed. So I asked this question, where are those spirits going to dwell? All right. And then the next private interpretation, the answer to that is they're going to come back those spirits are going to come back amongst the other nations. All right, which that's a private interpretation of the scriptures. But nevertheless, back in Isaiah 14, proving the fact that Babylon, all right, Babylon is fallen is referring to the nation of Edom, the children of Edom, all right, being taken out of rulership. This is Isaiah 14 and 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which dideth weaken the nations? Okay, so going back to Revelation 18, and I believe we was at verse 16, and it says, and saying, at last, that great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. All right, why? Because they're going to be cut down to the ground. All right, he's going to take their scepter of the rulers, man. Okay, so it says, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea, stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning. All right, and like I say, this is metaphoric, man. This is not them standing a far distance away seeing America on fire or seeing the Vatican on fire, man. All right, this is them seeing the so-called that great city, that mighty city, the children of Edom. All right, mystery Babylon going to captivity. All right, this is what they saw, saying, what city is like unto this great city? All right, because Esau, all these nations is drunk with with their wine, believing that they're the Most High, believing that they're Yahweh Shai, that they're the Jews. All right, so they drunk off the wine of that wrath. All right, so reading on, they got all these other nations believing that there's that they are great people. All right. Verse 19, and they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city wherein were made rich all that had ships in the sea by reason of her costliness. For in 1 hour she made desolate. In 1 hour has she made desolate. And you have scriptures saying that Israel was made desolate. I want to get a precept in the book of Joel chapter 3, and I believe verse 19. And this is more proof that this is referring to the nation of Edom. And it says, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. Not America, man. All right. This is referring to the nation of Edom being a desolate wilderness. Why? Because they're going to be judged, spoiled, and put in captivity forever. All right. Like I say, not for 1,000 years. Okay. They're not going to be thrown in a bonfire, burnt. All right. And their spirits are not going to come back amongst the other nations. That's a private interpretation. That's a damnable heresy, man. All right. Reading on, for the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land. Okay. For the violence of the children of Judah, man. Reward her even as she rewarded thee. Okay. The children of Edom, old daughter of Babylon. All right. So this is referring to Edom being a desolation. All right. Not a place. The nation of Edom. Reading on. Verse 20. Rejoice over her, thou heavens, and ye holy apostles and prophets. All right. So they're not going to be rejoicing seeing America destroyed. They're going to rejoice when they see the Edomites fall, man. Okay. Mystery Babylon fall. This is when they're gonna rejoice. All right. So it says, and prophets, for the power has avenged you on her. Reward her even as she has rewarded you. All right. Read on. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down. How art thou cut down to the ground, O Lucifer? Isaiah 14. All right, this is referring to a people, man, and not a place. And shall be found no more at all. No more where? In rulership, in heaven. Their place in heaven shall not be found anymore. What, referring to what? Revelations. Let's get it. Let's get it. Revelations 12. Revelation 12 and 7, and it said, there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels. Fought against the dragon. Salakia. And the dragon fought and his angels and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven, in rulership. All right, so this is what this is referring to in Revelation 18. All right, dealing with Babylon. It says, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea. All right, and that sea is referring to people, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down. All right, and we just gave you an example of how they're going to be thrown down by the archangel Michael and his angels, man, by the hosts of heaven. All right, and it says the great city Babylon thrown down and shall be found no more at all. Where? In heaven, in rulership. Okay, just like we read in Revelation 12. All right, reading on. And the voice of harpers and musicians and pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. All right, and the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. Going back to old Lucifer. All right, that dark light. All right, that the so-called white man is shining upon the earth through his philosophies. All right, through those three unclean spirits. All right, one is not separated from the other. The common denominator is that it's Esau. All right, the nation of Edom. All right, it's all one entity. The woman that's riding the beast, the dragon, all right, and the false prophet is one entity. That makes up Babylon. All right, and that's who's going to fall. All right, reading on, and it says, and the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were the great men of the earth. All right, Esau and his businessmen, man. All right, thy merchants, man. They rich, man. They have waxed rich. All right. Why? Because the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, man. This is their time to rule. So it says, for by thy sorceries, and this is the word I wanted to look up, sorceries. And as you can see, the use of administrating of drugs, poisoning, sorcery, magical arts. And that's what you see when you're looking at a image of the globe, all right, which these guys at Great Millstone believe and teach, all right, that we live on a globe. That's magical arts. That's sorcery, man. All right, often found in connection with idolatry and fostered by it. Metaphorically, the deceptions, and you guys are being deceived, man, by believing that Babylon is referring to America, believing that we live on a globe, believing that there's planets above the firmament. All right, that's the deceptions. All right, you guys are being deceived. All right, you guys are confused through those magical arts. and seduction of idolatry. All right. And dealing with the Catholic Church. Okay. All this is part of Esau's um, all these are part of Esau's philosophy, part of his multitude of sorceries, which you can read about in Isaiah chapter 47. He has a multitude of them, all right? A multitude of witchcrafts, a multitude of sorceries, all right? To confuse you, man. So it says, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived, including Israel, man, all right? Like I say, you even have guys amongst Israel, man, that believe in the globe theory, and they're being deceived, all right, by those magical arts. All right, last verse. And in her, and who's the her referring to? The children of Edom. Not a place, but a people. This is symbolic to the children of Edom, old daughter, all right, that's the her of Babylon, was found the blood of the prophets. So I asked this question: was only the prophets killed in America, or only the prophets was killed in Rome? No, this is referring to the nation of Edom. All right, they the one who persecuted, all right, and killed the Lord's people, man. All right, and of the saints and of all that are slain upon the earth. I'm gonna read that again. And in her, the so-called the so-called white race, the Edomites, that's the her, was found the blood of the prophets and of the saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. All right, referring to who? Edomites, man, the wicked. All right, and basically that's the point, man. I just wanted to do a commentary, you know, and just speak a little bit on this chapter. Like I say, you have um, guys such as the GMS guys, you know, saying that this is a bugged out breakdown, and it don't make sense. But like I said, if you go back and watch the videos, man, precept upon precept, we basically exhausted it. All right, the whole breakdown showing you that Babylon is not referring to a place at all. All right, it's symbolic to the nation of Edom. And with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.